Hey everybody, welcome to the Pajama Momma, where we help moms and dads fire the boss and hire the kids. Yay! Imagine being able, moms and dads, to become mompreneurs and dadpreneurs and work at home in your PJs, and your office is just a couple of feet away from your bedroom. Sounds kind of nice, right? Well, I've been doing it for the last 19 years, and I've enjoyed every single aspect of it. And I'll be the first to tell you that I didn't do it for the sake of the house on the hill and the car and the travel and all that kind of stuff. I just want to stay home and raise my children and enjoy their growth and development. And it's been truly a pleasing pleasure. With that in mind, before I begin with our wonderful Monday motivational money chat today, do me a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button for the Pajama Momma, because we're going to give you tips on how to deal with family finances and personal finances to help you be able to stay at home. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about that budget. We're going to talk about, that saving plan so you can segue from your job right into your brand new home-based business, online business, successfully without worrying about where the next paycheck is going to be coming from. And with that in mind, and then in addition to that, we're going to be sharing with you other moms and dads stories. You can go check them out in the previous videos that are available to you. We have some moms and dads that become Forex traders online. We have moms and dads who are internet marketers, social media marketers, local marketers that are very successful. We got this one cat. I love this guy. His name is, I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now, but I'm looking right at his face. But he's been into internet marketing since he was 13 years old. He has never had, Reed Florin, there you go, Reed. He has never had a job, and he's now in his 30s. He still looks like he's 13, and raising his two kids, and it just has been a superstar in this whole internet marketing adventure. In addition to that, I have the kidpreneurs, who are my kids, and they would never go to college, and they would never have a traditional job, and they have their own business right now, and they're doing just peachy keen as far as being successful online. It's the new generation. So with that in mind, let's not me segue into that. Let me talk about Happy Money Motivational Monday. Okay, what are we going to talk about to motivate you, to inspire you to fire your boss and hire your kids? One of the things I want to tell you, I'll be honest with you, I haven't been in the workforce in so long, since I was, I think, 32. And even when I was in the workforce, I think I was in the workforce for maybe 2 years, max. And yeah, pretty much 2 years that I've had a job. Really, right? But I knew one thing, it was not for me at all, and I was striving to get out. I'd be very honest with you, I had entrepreneurs as parents whom, just by watching them do their jobs, the business became a job. It's not that they didn't work hard. They worked very hard. And they've achieved massive success. And I'm starting there because what I want you to fully understand, this is what I want you to get. Entrepreneurs are not born, they are made, okay? I want you to fully understand, because it amazes me. They say that 80% of people that are at a job right now are dreaming about being an entrepreneur. Majority of you out there always wanting to own your own, so you can have that independence and freedom to make the amount of money that you want to make, to go to work when you want to go to work, and to not work when you didn't want to work, type of thing, and just to enjoy the empowerment of having control of your destiny, not the fear of one day your boss firing you because you're late, or because you have to go and take care of a sick child and you can't show up for work, etc. And the thing that really surprised me was that, these psychology tests will determine whether or not you have the ability to be an entrepreneur, but they never have a psychology test to see whether or not you have the ability to get a job. Because we know we have to take care of ourselves, so everybody's got to get a job. So why is everybody qualified be job I would say job owners to be employees and not be qualified to be an employer. I think everybody, I don't care what they tell you. Maybe you might not have the skills. Maybe at that time you don't have the ambition. But I'll be the first to tell you, one of the things about both of my kids, I grew up with the entrepreneur spirit. That's why I talked about my mom and dad first, because they both were entrepreneurs. That's what I saw first and foremost. I didn't see them go to college. Matter of fact, neither one of them went to college. I just saw them, have jobs and then more importantly become self-employed. And it was such a joy to see them in their joy. It was clear that they enjoyed being self-employed more than they did on having a job. And so, but me watching that, seeing that, I did have the entrepreneur spirit. There's no doubt about it. I was always thinking about owning my own. And I really enjoyed working with my mom when she had her own beauty salon business. And I was where I wanted to go. So I always had the mindset, even if I was going to get a job, it was going to be just for a short period of time so I could generate the income in order for me to transition and own my own. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to be self-employed. But anyway, I have 2 kids right now, and they, very honest with you, do not have the entrepreneur spirit. Their dad did not have the entrepreneur spirit at all, and I think I may have gotten that from him. But I really but let me just put it to you this way: they saw me working and having such a great time. They definitely want to be self-employed, but they didn't have the skills of being self-employed. So let's talk about the skills of being self-employed. The skills of being self-employed are, being disciplined, being organized, being persistent, being consistent, being brave, being courageous, being not procrastinating, being positive, and being your own cheerleader, to really motivate you and inspire yourself, pretty much to get to the next level. Being strong, being strong-headed too. And that stubbornness really comes into play, when you are self-employed, okay? Because everybody's going to try to talk you out of it and tell you what you can't do instead of what you can do, and really believing in yourself. And so my kids, like I said, had that spirit, but let's just say mommy had to motivate them. She had to push them. She still to this very day is getting them, hey, it's time to get up. Let's go. Let's push forward. They don't have that, go get it mentality, or initiative. Just take initiative. Don't wait for somebody to tell you what to do to get the job done. But just going out there and doing it. But it is trainable. It is like you train someone to get a job, you can train someone to be a business owner, you can train someone to be an entrepreneur. And that's what I want my kids to be, because I realize for them in this today's society, I don't think it is an option to be an employee because of the many things that you already know about. They're, number one, the jobs are living wage jobs are not there, and they are not trying to create it for you. Even when you get a job, the retirement plans are not even there anymore. They're not even trying to help you with your retirement plan because it affects their bottom line. It really is about survival of the fittest, and it's the business owner, against the employee, because their bottom line is the profit margin. And you have nothing to do with that, and they're going to try to pay you very little as possible and work your tail off for what little that they give you. So seeing that new culture, that new very, it's just, it really saddens me that it's so cutthroat and it's so cold and it's so uncaring. And I really wish the days of the Industrial Revolution time when people cared about the employee, that they wanted to hire someone, and they wanted to pay them living wages. They wanted to have the pride of knowing they was helping someone, give them a job so they could support their family and build a great life for themselves. That has played out. They don't want that to happen. So with that in mind, I'm just here to tell you that even if you took that psychology test that told you were not an entrepreneur, Even if your mom, your dad, or your wife, or your kids told you don't have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Okay, maybe you don't have what it takes naturally, but you can be trained, you can be educated if you really want to do something. One thing I know about any individual, when you really want something, you are going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. I don't know you, but then again, I do know you. You know what I'm talking about. When you made up your mind you wanted that dress, or you wanted that house, or you wanted that car, and you wanted that mate, you did whatever it took to make things happen. And now, right now, you realize that you would love to be able to live a laptop lifestyle, sitting on the beach while your kids are waddling in the ocean and having a great time, and you're making ample amount of money to take care of your overhead and have some change to dream and prepare for their college-educated future, etc. So that's the main message that I really wanted to get out to you today. So okay, Lon, that's great. You need to be trained. So one of the things one of the things I'm going to really recommend for you to do, get a mentor and make that investment. That's the key thing I want you to do right now. While you're where you're at, okay, focus on investing in where you want to be. Good thing about online, there are so many mastermind entrepreneur programs. Some of them are free, some of them are nominal, some of them cost some change. And that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to put together, because I realize people want somebody that they can talk to, someone that they can communicate with. And so I thought about putting together a really economical, like $27 a month type of program to help get things started, prepare you for the entrepreneur spirit. You get that motivation on a daily basis, because it's really about getting that mindset. One of the things that how I became a millionaire, people always ask me how I did it. This is the thing that I worked on more than anything. This was the main factor. I mean, the mind is everything. I like Napoleon Hill's quote, in Think and Grow Rich. I memorized that. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it will achieve. So you got to really marinate in hope. You got to really marinate in courage. You got to really marinate in faith, and being brave, and being positive. When you got all this negativity around you, a stick-to-itiveness. No matter what's going on, it rains, it hails, it sleets, it snows. You got all these obstacles that come upon you. You just keep hurling over those obstacles. I promise you, in the many businesses that I've started and created, oh my goodness, I could tell you tons and tons of stories of obstacles. They call it Murphy's Law that came about. And I'm very clear about this. You've heard that, you heard the saying that the people that were successful were not the ones that didn't fail. Matter of fact, they failed very often. They just kept on failing until they became successful. And my theory is, one of my models that I've developed over the years is fail fast so you can succeed sooner. Fail fast so you can succeed sooner. And that's what I did. I know that failure is a part of the game. It's just like when you're learning how to walk. Of course, you're gonna fall 7 times, but you just keep getting back up. It's just a learning curve. So, and knowing that, I know there's going to be a part of me failing at it and getting it right. But what I'm very clear about is it doesn't bother me. That's why I'm like, okay, great. Let's get through this learning curve. That's why I have a habit, and I suggest for people to jump in the deep end of the water. Jump in and swim to the other end. Just get moving, and you'll get to the other end. But don't sometimes you tap your feet in, and you tap your feet in with the intentions of being apprehensive, because you're waiting for that negativity to come up. I promise you, negative things are going to happen. And they're going to happen in the very beginning, because you're reading through the negative, self-fulfilled prophecies that you're even creating. So you got to get through that. That's why it's so important that you do the mental work, and you get up and do the prayers, the meditation, the visualizations. You got to put your spiritual armor on, your motivate inspirational armor on, so you can get out there and that you can do the things that most people are afraid to do. People fear failure. And they rather fail. Isn't that strange? We would rather fail at owning, rather not owning a business for the fear of failing at owning a business. And me, I'm the complete opposite. I'd rather have at least, made a valiant effort. But if you put that effort in, I promise you, you will surprise yourself. And you will see how dynamic and powerful that you are. So give yourself an opportunity. I always tell people, you got to give yourself an opportunity to have a test in order to have a testimonial. Go out there and have faith that if God can provide for the birds, bees, the flowers, and the trees, God is going to provide for you everything that you need to become massively successful. Trust me, I was there. I started out my wealth journey as a homeless mom with just $36 in my checking account. I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I am not lying. Nope. I didn't have any help. I had my parents literally tell me, hey, I'm going to give you a calling card and you can call me for free for motivation comment, but we have no money to help you. I got no help from anybody but God. And God provided me with the people, places, situations, and circumstances to get me to the next level. So I know that the power of you stepping out on faith, that God will provide you with everything. Now, you don't have to be as dramatic as me and go through what I went through. But for me, unfortunately, I think I don't regret that happening for me because it forced me to step out there and do what I needed to do for myself. I will admit, I was already self-employed when I went on this wonderful journey. It's another conversation. I'll put the link in so you can hear my story and how I became a millionaire in 18 months. Just $36,000. But I want you to check that out to motivate you also. Because I've never seen majority of the successful people, you read all about them. Will Smith, nobody knows that he was in bankruptcy when he got the Fresh Prince show. And in addition to that, he owed the IRS $1 million. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that compounding interest? Because you can't write that off. You can't claim, your debt to the IRS as far as bankruptcy. And he ended up paying the IRS, I think, when the final analysis, about $3 million. And he was literally living in an apartment paying off the IRS. But guess what? He learned from his mistakes. He's not broke anymore. He made sure he took care of that. Oprah Winfrey, starting out, going, so poor, she didn't even have a bathroom inside of her house. She had to go to an outhouse to go to the bathroom. We could think of thousands. J.K. Rowling, I love her story. She was on the British or Britain's, welfare system, with a baby too, before she struck it rich with Harry Potter. So, you're in good company. If you don't have a lot of money, that's okay. If you don't have a lot of time, that's okay. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the morning to write my book. You find the time. Matter of fact, I started today. I start my day at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm on a new mission to do some things to get a lot of these products and programs out that I have to do, and I need quiet. So 3 to 4 hours I got before anybody gets up, I can get a lot of work done. So, in a nutshell, you've got what it takes. You are made up of everything you need to be massively successful and to be an entrepreneur. And even though you were not born an entrepreneur, honey child, you can train to be an entrepreneur to get to the next level. And I'm already claiming it for you, and I'm wishing you massive success. Keep the faith. Believe in yourself. And I see the top over the top and cha-ching, ching. More importantly, I will see you at the bank. Booyah! Talk to you soon, everybody. Peace, light, and love. Do me a favor, comment, like, subscribe. Hey, are you a born entrepreneur? Do you think that people are made to have jobs? Hey, love to hear your comment, your response, and I'd be happy to get back to you. I do respond to comments. Look forward to talking to you soon. Don't forget to ding, 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 hit that notification button and subscribe. Bye-bye now.